Hi, welcome back to On The Volley, where we talk about all things football, and I talk about Celtic. Yeah, you know, boy, you know. We're here in the centre of Rome at the Finnegan's Irish pub. Hold on a second. There's the local. I'm sure you've seen him before. Yeah, drives bars, music playing out of his car. Not my type of music, to be totally honest, but hey, everyone to their own. Anyway, as I was saying, we're here in the centre of Rome, okay, outside the Finnegan's Irish pub, the Celtic pub in Rome, and we've just watched Celtic versus Norwich. And I'm here with James and Alshin. Alshin, yeah?
Yeah,
I pronounced that right? Yeah. Alright, so lads, introduce yourselves.
Yeah, so I'm Shane. I'm going to be staying in Rome here for about 6 weeks, and yeah, I've just found my favourite Irish pub to watch Celtic, so couldn't be happy to be here.
I'm James. I'm living in Abu Dhabi, part of the Abu Dhabi Celtic Supporters Club. Over here in Rome for a holiday, and thought no better place to go than Finnegan's Irish Pub. Hail, hail!
As he says, hell, hell. Alright, so lads, what did you think about the game?
Well, yeah, I think that team that came out in the first half is going to be close to what we're playing against Aberdeen. The only big question is Ange going to risk Starfelt for Welsh? But I mean, if this is the team that goes against Aberdeen, I don't think there's too many problems. We played really well tonight, especially in the first half. A lot of ball moving. I mean, Norwich already being talked as if they're going straight back up to the Premier League. So playing against a good side, close to the Premier League level, 2-0 win. I mean, that's best you could ask for.
James?
I think simple as that. Norwich are a Premier League club, as good as, and we played them off the park. The only thing I'll say is, who do you start next week? We're looking at an attacking midfield of O'Reilly and Hatate, and Turnbull, come on, I think, and made a strong claim to be a starting midfielder next week. So it's really down to that. Who do you start next week? Left back, Bernabei, come on, played a stellar performance as well. And I would say, and for a long time, for the first time in a few years, has a tough decision to make. Who do you start?
Yeah, well listen, I agree with both of you, yeah. I saw today as a dress rehearsal for next week, okay, against Aberdeen. And I think, looking at the team that he put out, I think that's the team he's going to start with. And you're absolutely right, both of you. I mean, you know, who do you start with? Do you start with Taylor, okay, or put on Bernabei? Me personally, I think Ange will stick with Taylor. He did a stellar job last season. Again, you know, O'Reilly, Hatate, McGregor, okay, that midfield, I believe he'll start with. But yes, you're absolutely right. Turnbull come in, scored a lovely goal, and he's definitely, okay, giving Ange some headaches. But look, the bottom line is, I think this is the first friendly, the last friendly that we played, that had any relevance and gave us something to ponder. What do you think?
Exactly. I think this was a dress rehearsal for Flag Day next week. I think all the rest has been about trying new players, and I think we can all agree that the second half performances have been really fallen downwards, and that happens when you change 11 players. But I think today, for the first time, was where we have actually seen Celtic starting point, going out to attack, and we're ready for Aberdeen.
Yeah, I agree with you, James. Do you see it the same way?
Yeah, I mean, just coming through the last few weeks has been a bit. Second half, we've been coming out, making a few changes, and it's very hard to get started. Even today, we made a lot of subs at once. Norwich won the corner very quickly, and it sort of looked a bit. But just the fact the team were able to settle so quickly in that second half just improved a lot more than what we have been doing the last few weeks. Yeah, I know a lot of blame has been put on guys like Lol and Julian coming on in the second half, but the fact we're able to bring on the new guy, Morg Jens, It's just able to settle the defence even more. So I mean, I think after that second half, I'm a lot more optimistic than I was after the Legia game. So hey, let's see what happens next week.
Okay, well, look, I know that we can't really, judge the impact of Jens or Moyes, right? But, excuse me, but what was your impression on the short time that we saw them on the pitch?
I think Moy made a very strong impact. I think he's obviously a renowned international footballer, and obviously trusts them. And I think when called upon, he can do a very, very good job for us. Jens, again, I think he's young, he's tall, and I think he'll be very, very good for us. It'll be hard to break into that defence, I would think. But I think if he's asked upon and called upon, he's more than capable for the job. So very, very impressed so far with the signings we've made.
What about you?
Yeah, completely. Jens, I think it was a position we've all been talking about. Left side defender. I think Jens, with his height and the fact he knows players like Matt O'Reilly before, we had recommended him to the club. Just even that's like a starting point. I think actually earlier in the week, his interview, even when he came out, he says, how big Celtic is, how he loves to play for Celtic. Was a really good sign of just how the player could be. Sorry. Jump back in.
Right. 3, 2. Talk to the camera, man. Talk to the camera, not to him.
So,
3, 2, 1. Go.
Yeah. More Jens coming into the team, I think it has made a really, really good start. It was a position we've been worrying about. A left side defender we've been talking about all summer, perhaps coming in. We look at the last few weeks, Julian and Laurel, as I mentioned before, had been a bit slow. Often, whenever they came on, we'd been conceding goals. But the fact Jens came on today and was able to manage that chaos that happens whenever we bring on so many subs at once, to me, it looks like a good sign.
That's a very good point.
And Aaron Moy as well coming on. Able to see him going forward and back. Perhaps with James McCarthy coming on, who is a defensive midfielder, seeing Moy come on with James McCarthy, Moy was able to go forward more, and even that shot the second half just shows kind of what intent he has. As a player who's worked with Ange before, he knows what Ange wants in midfield, and it could be a big benefit for Celtic this year, him coming off the bench.
Alright, quick question. Moy or Welsh? Jens or Welsh?
Well, that is the biggest question, I think. Again, Jens hasn't played enough. Could be a big ask for Moy next week against Aberdeen. It's a big, big game for him. I know he's still young. Lawrence has 2-3 years maybe ahead of him. But for now, I say Welsh, but 2-3 weeks' time, it could be Jens.
I think, as you say, and trust who's played well for him. I think I'll stick with Welsh, and until Welsh puts a foot wrong, I can't see Jens really getting the. It'll be hard to break in until there's a mistake in that defence, I don't think. I think I'll stick with Welsh.
Right, well, listen, lads. Ange, his first season, takes the team in complete disarray, and he turned around and he said to us, all the Celtic fans, he said, listen, don't judge me on the first season, judge me on the second. Then he goes and wins the Scottish League Cup and the Scottish Premiership Cup, so he does a double. Now, that said, what are your expectations for this season?
The treble, simple. Oh no, I think you're completely right. Ange was the sort of man to come in and said from the start, we need 2 seasons. But the Celtic fans, we don't accept being beat by Rangers, as simple as that. We lost to them one season and we weren't losing again. And Ange did not come in undermining it. He knew he had to win his first season. He knew he had to win the Premier League. And that's where his focus was from the word go. And I think the whole structure he put in, the way he has changed our football, our whole style of football, and the players he's brought in, not only have we won the title back, he has set us a massive foundation to build on for another decade of dominance. And I think in Ange we firmly trust.
I mean, completely exactly what James says there. Guys like Maeda, Kyogo, last year we hadn't even heard their names before. The fact Ange came in out of nowhere, took the team on himself, brought no assistants with him, has just shown what kind of guy he is. And the fact that he's talked before in the past saying, hey, don't judge me on my first season, judge me on the second. And the fact his first seasons went so well, I mean, I'm excited for the second. I cannot wait till it gets started.
How can he do any better?
Exactly. Before, he's taken Australia to World Cups, and I mean, we've seen how they did then. I remember personally Australia at that World Cup with Ange taking the team. The fact Tim Cahill, guys like that going forward, scoring unbelievable goals. I'm just excited. I mean, the guy knows what he's talking about, and when he says, "Judge me on my second season," then hey, let's get excited.
And he has the players. He has a game plan. He knows what he's doing, and he has players to do it. Let's get excited. There's a big season ahead.
Completely agree. I am really, really looking forward to this season. Just so you don't know, I've gone on camera and I've actually stated that I have predicted the treble, so clean sweep, and to go the whole season unbeaten. Okay, that's how confident I am. And pre-season, we've been unbeaten, and I know it doesn't count. I know it doesn't count, but I just want to throw that in there, okay, right? We're unbeaten, okay. Anyway, listen, I want to thank you both. Do you want to give a shout out to anyone?
All I want to say is we're here in a fantastic holiday in Rome, but lads, if anyone listening is ever in Abu Dhabi to watch a Celtic game, there's a fantastic supporters club. You'll probably see by this water bottle right now. There's a great supporters club down there. There's a couple of big men, Mark and Paddy and Davey, and there's a lot of men running that club there. A lot of Celtic men, and if anyone's in Abu Dhabi, come in and give a watch. Hail, hail, man.
And yeah, I'd like to say the same. A couple of months ago, I came over on my own to Valencia. Fell in with a lot of good Celts out in Valencia. Actually, joined part of the Celtic supporters club in Valencia. And I just want to shout out the guy Sean and the Valencia supporters club and everyone in Scholars Bar, St. Pat's Scholars Bar in Valencia. Alright?
Well, there you have it, okay. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
We need Elaine's.
Yeah, well, there you have it. Okay, Radu, who's my cameraman today, who's fucking around as normal. There you have it. Thank you very much for watching us, okay. From James, Oshin.
Got it, yeah.
My name. Me, Shah. We're out.
Hail, hail.
Here.
Hell.